Braelon Allen, who was once recruited as a star defensive player for Wisconsin, is now their star running back. 6 straight 100-yard rushing games, coming off his best game of the season last week, a $180 and 3 touchdowns. Here's my Power Player of the Week. So you have a pretty incredible recruiting story. I was reading up on you this week, and I want to know how you go from a heralded defensive recruit to Wisconsin to now one of the best running backs in the Big Ten. Give us a little backstory on that process.
Yeah, so basically, my freshman year of high school, I played quarterback and safety for the freshman team, and they had called me up to varsity for the playoffs, and that's kind of where I started learning. I played corner for the varsity team, and so I was kind of really defensive minded at that time. You know, like my focus was defense going forward. Like I wanted to play defense in college, and my sophomore year played safety, but you know, I was getting a little bigger at the time. I was probably about 200, 210. So that's already pretty big for a safety. And as I kept lifting and growing more, I was getting projected to play linebacker by all these recruiting sites and stuff. And after I'd committed, we weren't really sure whether I was going to be a safety or a linebacker. So, you know, I had a pretty good season on the defensive side of the ball, but I really started to, you know, kind of feel like I was maybe more of an offensive player after the season that I had. And I kind of sent my film to the coaches here and just kind of asked them for their opinion on it and where they think I would fit best on the team. And ultimately that led me to running back. So it was pretty up and down for me. Like there was really no time where I was like set in stone at any position. So it was kind of all over the place.
Well, I think it's paid off because you rattled off 6 straight 100-yard rushing games, which is the longest current active streak right now in college football. And last week you had your best game, Northwestern, a $180, 3 touchdowns. Pulled a couple plays on this show. I like to just pull the touchdowns, man, because we got to talk about your touchdowns. But you speak about really the versatility of you. Let's go through this play again and just talk about the physicality in which you run. I think one of your greatest strengths, in my opinion, is your physical nature, probably being a defensive-minded player. What are your greatest strengths as a running back, in your opinion?
I think obviously my size helps me a lot, and you know, compared to some of the other guys that we had here, you know, that was one thing that kind of separated me, I think, coming in. And you know, the coaches realized that I could be used in, you know, short yardage, goal line type packages and situations. So my size and then, you know, just strength and power helps me a lot as well. Just, you know, having that combination of size and strength, and then you know, the little bit of speed that I got that I think sneaks up on some people.
You got more speed than you think, dude. You got more speed than you think, that's for sure.
Yeah, so I think just the blend of all that has been helping me a lot. So it's been paying off for sure.
Okay, so then we'll get to the next play here, and again, I just think it really speaks volumes about you, your versatility. This is just a fun play for me. Obviously, you break a lot of tackles, but then the little hurdle right there. I'm curious of just what's the coach telling you right here about hurdling? This is just a natural instinctive thing that you did?
Yeah, I think honestly, I didn't even know I did it till I got back to the sideline. I was just kind of, you know, I saw him there and he went low, so I just went over him. And I mean, my running backs coach, Coach Brown, thought it was pretty cool. He drafted Zeke coming out of college and coached Zeke in the league for a few years, so he thought it was pretty cool. You know, we had some jokes about in the film room that I was trying to be like Zeke. So yeah, it was pretty instinctive, and you know, I thought it's pretty cool to see.
Is Zeke a player that you model your game after, or is there a specific running back that you emulate?
I definitely enjoy watching Zeke. I watched him when I was younger, back when he was in college, and I kind of try to watch a lot of guys and take bits and pieces from their game and put it into mine. So, you know, guys like Derrick Henry, Saquon Barkley, Zeke, Melvin Gordon, JT, pretty much all the Wisconsin backs, and then a few backs in the league that I enjoy watching. I try to take some stuff from their game.
You just mentioned JT and Jonathan Taylor, and really the legacy at running backs at Wisconsin is so incredible. You know, going back to my friend Ron Dane, who's a Heisman Trophy winner, to Jonathan Taylor a couple of years ago, you now, in your young career so far, you've positioned yourself to be in that conversation. You know, how does that make you feel to be a part of that list of great running backs at Wisconsin?
Yeah, it's incredible for me to even be mentioned in the same conversation as those guys. You know, guys that I grew up looking up to, and that I've been able to talk to and you know, be able to pick their brain and get advice from. It's been really cool for me. And you know, being a running back at Wisconsin's, it's, you know, it's a brotherhood, and I'm just trying to follow in all those guys' footsteps.
All right, last question, Braelon. You guys, you know, you start 1-3. It's a slow start. A lot of people wrote you guys off, but now you've won 6 in a row, and you control your own destiny in this division. Was there a pivotal moment that changed for you guys this season?
My experience in the locker room, nothing ever changed from the beginning of camp to where we're at now. The confidence and the trust in each other, it only continued to grow and build. And I think that once we realized that the season wasn't over and, you know, we controlled our own destiny, that it just made us go even harder and kind of put our foot on the gas. And you know, we made it a goal that we're going to keep our foot down and, you know, finish the season strong.
Awesome, man. Well, thank you for joining us here on Big Noon and for being my Power Player of the Week. And I love the message is you bet on yourself. You know, you took a chance, you bet on yourself, and it's paying off. You're going to have a great career at Wisconsin, and best of luck the rest of the way, bud. We'll be watching.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Fox College Football is powered by Ram Trucks, built to serve.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you enjoy that clip, make sure you click subscribe somewhere down here. From game highlights to exclusive interviews and rankings, we've got everything you need as a college football fan right here, College Football on Fox.